Alright, 11.8. Volume of pyramids. Second to last lesson. Homework, I'll just have you do 2 through 12 even.
Oh,
How's that? You're
Oh,
going to have
cool.
to bother with the back side of it.
what's a tetrahedron?
There you go.
A rectangular pyramid.
2 through 12. Yeah. So that gives you 6 problems.
Oh, that's horrifying.
So pyramids, again, back to the beginning here, generally named by their base. Rectangular base pyramids, triangular base pyramids, certainly could have more. Any polygon can form the base of a pyramid. So sides, of course, are triangles. Covered all this with surface area here. However many sides the base has, rectangle has 4. That's how many sides the pyramid itself will have. So a triangular based one will have 3 sides. Once again, we have a formula for pyramids. So to find the volume of any pyramid, regardless of the base, of pyramid formula is 1/3 times the base times the height. And very similar to the prisms, which was just the base times the height. Huh?
What's a capital B?
What?
What's a capital B mean? Base?
The capital B is dependent on what type of base it has.
Oh, okay.
Just like the prism. It was base times height, but if it was a rectangular prism, area of a rectangle, length times width times the height. If it was a triangular base prism, then we did 1/2 times the base of the triangle times the height of the pyramid. So, so more or less the same formula. I mean, it's going to be the same as the prism. The only difference is when you're dealing with the pyramid, you also need to multiply by 1/3. So if I broke it down a little further, a rectangular pyramid, again, which has a rectangle bottom, be 1/3 times, in this case, the base is a rectangle. Rectangle is length times width, and then times the height of the pyramid. If it would be a triangular base pyramid, still times 1/3, but this time if the base is a triangle, base 1/2, should be 1/3 here, times the base times the height, then times the height of the pyramid itself. So they're always times 1/3, and then times the area of whatever the base is, rectangle or triangle, and then ultimately then times the height of the pyramid itself. So with the rectangular ones, if we look at number 3, and again, I'll just kind of put it under there. We sketch it at the moment there, but should see it's a rectangle base, 11/5 rectangle there. That 3 feet is the height of the pyramid. We see it starts right at the point here, goes straight down and forms a right angle with the base there. Again, you'll see those right angle things. When you're dealing with the triangular based ones, you'll see 2 different right angle symbols. One, the height of the pyramid, one, the height of the triangle base. So both of those are different triangles. But basically I need to find the area of the base. So that's 11 times 5. Of course, multiply by 1/3. And then multiply by the height of the pyramid itself, which is 3 feet. So there's all our info there. Whenever I'm dealing with these, you should always represent your answer in fraction form.
Oh, because if you put your thing to a decimal, it'll just be...
Right, just going to be repeating decimals here. So most of these not an issue. But with this one here, again, I could certainly rewrite this way too. All these things I could just cross simplify anywhere, anywhere. What you should probably realize is the 1/3 and the 3 will just kind of cancel each other out. So all I'm really left with on top is 11 times 5, which is 55. My label, feet cubed. There it is. I'll give you another one here. I'll just kind of sketch one out. You can.
Oh, no.
Good
That's,
enough.
that's beautiful.
I'll say height 6 meters, 12 meters, and 6 meters. So what is the volume of this rectangular base pyramid?
Roger's over there doodling.
Sketching another one and I'm stupid.
Alright, what did you guys get?
I got 144 meters.
144. So volume equals 1/3 times the base times the height. Base is a rectangle, so 1/3 length, width, height. Volume 1/3 times 12 times 6 times 6. 72 times 2. I also got 144 meters cubed.
Oh, I simplified the 3 and the 12.
Well, yeah, that's fine. 3 goes into all those numbers there. Alright, one more of these, and we'll look at the triangle one. It's a little blurry. There you go. 5, 3, and 6.
Oh, I zoned out?
Tell him to stop processing.
The triangle base one?
It's a rectangle.
Oh, man, I was confused. What you meant. Whoops.
It kind of looks like a really like curves. It looks like it has like the straight edges and then like curves.
Yeah, not the greatest, but I guess it
You should
gets our job done
You
here.
should have a sketchbook just filled with like pyramids and stuff. You have to practice this type of stuff.
Alright, what did you get for an answer?
I'm done.
I'm done.
Colin's working it out.
I did it.
I got
30 meters.
square.
30.
Aha!
No.
Volume 1/3.
Oh, you got it wrong.
Base height. Rectangle base, so the base here is length times width times the height of the thing. 1/3 times 5 times 3 times 6. Boom, boom. 15 times 2. I also got 30. It's cubed here.
Not squared.
It's 3.
Right, to the third power.
Who was the one who said that?
Okay, let's look at number 5. There it is right there.
The fifth?
So, triangular base pyramid here. Again, notice there are 2 different right angles in play here. This 5 inches is this right here. If it's not labeled well for you, it's not a side length. So, 2 different things I need to look for here. One, the base is a triangle. In this case, they only provide me 2 numbers. I think on your quiz, though, they have extra numbers they throw at you. So, again, it's up to you to make sure you're looking for the ones that form the right angle. Always looking for the ones that form the right angle. And I can see right here, there's my right angle. This is the base here. And 8 and 3 form the measurements of the triangle. So volume still same formula here, but of course the difference is the base is a triangle this time, not a rectangle. So to find the area of a triangle, it's 1/2 base height, and then that second h is the height of the pyramid itself. So yes, we are multiplying a fraction times a fraction every time here.
I guess.
So plug in what I got. The base here, we call that 8. The height of the triangle is 3. And that second height is the height of the pyramid itself, which also will form a right angle here, just kind of imaginary right angle there, but they show that to you because the height, like any triangle, it must form a right angle with the base. So this isn't a line segment or anything here, it's just an internal measurement, but the height of the pyramid is 5 inches. So again, looking to cross simplify where I can. I mean, all these things are over 1. So the 3 and the 3, they just cross each other out. The 2 goes into 8 4 times.
That is fine. 20 inches cubed.
All I'm really left with now is 5 times 4 on top, which is 20 inches cubed.
Ah, I did it.
Because I canceled out the 3, the 2, this 3, and that 8 turned into a 4. So the only thing I really have left is 4 times 5 on top. And that's it right there.
I enjoy this. This is fun. Until we have to get.
I
Oh,
don't
wait.
want to do it.
Alright, number 7. Try number 7 out.
What are we done after this?
Here, I'll probably create another one. Try one of these here.
I think we should do number 9. No, not 9. That was a decimal. Number 11.
Yeah, we should do 11.
Yeah.
You give us a decimal.
I swear.
Just don't give us a decimal.
Alright, what do we think?
200.
200 yards cubed.
200 yards cubed. All right. So volume 1/3 base height.
There's one customer.
1/3 looks like a triangle base. So 1/2, 10, and 15 form the base. 8 yards there forms the height. So that and that can be canceled out. That and that can be canceled out. 20 times 10, 200. What did you guys say, 15?
No, I said 200 yards cubed.
115?
200.
And 15?
Yes.
250. So close, so close. You guys almost got it there. So close.
15 off.
All right. Here you go. Try this one here. Again, I know on the quiz they'll throw a couple extra numbers at you. Not so much here in the homework. They pretty much just give you what you need, but make sure you're always remembering where's the right angles form, which of these measurements do I need, which ones do I not need. So I guess the quiz is a little harder, a couple of them. But as long as you know what the key numbers are that you're looking for those right angles. Keep your formula straight. Understand that the big B could be a triangle, could be a rectangle. Once we get into the next lesson, it could be a circle too. For your quiz, I'll provide you your volume formulas.
Thank you.
Prism, or the prism volume equals base times height. Cylinder. Pyramid volume equals 1/3 base times height. So you'll be tasked with making sure you know your area formulas. I would hope by this point here you've got the rectangle, the circle, and the triangle formula down. By this point here. Tomorrow we'll focus on the circle one again here, but so won't be a ton of info I provide, but just make sure you know your area of those three figures formula.
Are we doing 11-10?
No, I don't think so.
Or we're just stopping at 11?
And be grateful for that. I did it my first year though.
It looks horrifying.
We spent 3 days on
Just
it.
look.
I don't wanna.
Look.
So what is it?
Kind of a nightmare. Even looking at my book here, there's just notes all over the place here. There's jottings and writings all over the book here. It was a mess. It was a total mess.
I think yes.
I think yeah.
We got one more after this. Okay, what did we get this time?
15 feet cubed.
Yeah.
35 feet cubed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if you're right. So 1/3 base height. Base is a triangle. So break it out. 1/3 times 1/2. Base height 4 and 3. Height of the pyramid 8 feet. So there go the 3's. There go the 2's there. And what am I left with? 8 times 2. Right? That it?
I think we will level off.
Just turns into 8 times 2. Good. Last one. So these word ones here. These are all implying they're rectangular bases, as you can probably, when they give you a length, a width, there's nothing clearly indicating they're triangles. So must be rectangles. So same thing you did in number 3, I guess. Why don't you do which one do you want, 9 or 11?
11.
11 it is.
Yay!
find the volume here, instead of them sketching it out, they just provide it this way. What is the volume? This one right here. I wonder where my coffee is.
You have to have like a little bell to
As
it.
soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna go ask if they're gonna bring you coffee.
Okay, otherwise I gotta go make one here. Stop making them in the morning.
Okay, I'm gonna get you your coffee.
So 1/3 base height. Base, of course, is a rectangle. So 1/3 times the length. Write it this way. When I'm dealing with these fractions, it's easier just to write them on in proper fraction form. So I would write that as 11/2. And I won't be able to get rid of the 2. I can get rid of the 3, though. Put it into either the 5 or the 21. So I will have a fraction left over here. I get 1,155 over 2, which is 577 and 1/2. And again, generally looking for fractional representations here because the formula entails using a fraction. So your answers should come back in fractions. But whenever you run into something like this, again, the best move is just to rewrite it in improper fraction form. If I could have cross-simplified the 2 with any of these numbers, I would have. But you're not going to get these impossible fractions here that are crazy long, so should be pretty easy, I would think, to convert back to mixed number in the end here. But just get it converted over here. Okay. Number 10, it says 13 8/10. I might just write it this way and speed it up there because I, just write it instead of 8/10, just convert it to a fraction in the first place there. That way, and then go ahead, turn it into improper fraction form, and
Yeah.
bada bing, bada boom. Got the homework. Did I write it down? Right. 2 through 12, even. So 6 problems, all on page 355 there. Okay. Anything else?
Like and subscribe.
Very good, Faith. All right.